Well, good morning, welcome. So we'll start in our seated position today. So take a moment to arrange yourself in your comfortable seat if you're not there already, and allow the eyes to close as you start to check in. As we begin to check in with the body, with the mind, with the heart, if there's any small adjustment that ever needs to be made to whatever position we're in, always remember that you can modify or shift or skip anything we're doing to make it more appropriate for you in the moment. And then we'll join our palms in front of the heart, interlace the fingers, press the palms forward and up. And just start to reach up through one hand and up through the other side, left and right a few times. All right, and then separate the hands or release them down to the floor. We'll walk the right hand out, lean into it, take the left hand to the left shoulder, and start to circle a couple of times in one direction. And a couple times the opposite way. All right, then we'll sweep the left arm all the way up and over. And start to squeeze and release the fingers, as well as rotate through the wrist a few times each way. And then with your next in-breath, rise up. And with your out-breath, release your left hand. And then just walk that left hand out a little bit, lean into it. Right hand finds the right shoulder and start to circle. A couple of times in one direction. And change directions. All right, and then sweep the right arm all the way up and over toward the left. Squeeze and release the fingers. And rotate through the wrist. All right, and then an inhale lifts you up. And with your exhale, release your right hand. All right, we'll take the arms out to the sides and then begin to bring them forward. And then we'll just start by taking the right arm under the left arm. Twist the arms together. If that doesn't work for your proportions, elbows and hands together also works nicely. Take a deep breath in, reaching the fingertips up. And exhale, begin to round the spine, coming forward. Forearms might come to rest on the floor or a block or a pillow or something soft. Draw the chin in toward the chest. And then start to send some deep breaths into that space between the shoulder blades. All right, with your next inhale, slowly rise up. And with your exhale, unravel the arms, take them behind the back, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open up across the chest. Start to turn the head from side to side. As well as lift and lower the chin, stretching the front and the back of the neck. All right, as your head comes back up to neutral, take the arms back out to the sides. This time, take the left arm underneath or elbows together, hands together. Deep breath in, reaching the fingertips up. And exhale, begin to round the spine, coming forward. Forearms toward the floor, toward a block, toward a prop. Draw the chin in toward the chest. Again, feeling the back around a little bit here, but breathing deeply into that space between the shoulder blades. All right, the next time that you breathe in, slowly rise up. And as you breathe out, unravel the arms. Again, take them behind the back. Take the opposite thumb on top. Again, squeezing the shoulder blades together, open up across the chest. But this time we'll take those knuckles over towards the right side of the waist. And then let the head fall over to the right. And just sensing into the left side of the neck as that left shoulder drops down. Take the head slightly forward. And slightly back. Again, forward. And back. All right, ease the head up to center. Scoot the knuckles over to the left side of the waist. Drop the head over to the left as well. Let that right shoulder drop. Take the head slightly forward. And slightly back. Again, forward. And back. All right, so as you bring your head up to center, release the hands to come and rest on the thighs. And then just shrug the shoulders up. Take them back and down. Again, shrugging up. And back. And down. And then once more up. And back. And down. All right, then shift on to hands and knees. As we come to hands and knees, we'll take hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, moving through a few cycles of cat and cow. Inhale as the belly drops. Exhale as you tuck and round. Just finding this movement at your own pace of breathing. Really feeling how the breath and the movement can kind of work together. All right, we'll take one more breath. And then we'll come down onto the front of our bodies. Walking the elbows forward so they're roughly underneath the shoulders. Gently press down into the forearms, lifting the heart, reaching back through the feet. And finding just a mild amount of compression in the low back, a little bit of engagement with the parts of the body that press down into the floor. All right, and then lower the heart down to the floor. Take the arms alongside the torso. And then as you inhale, lift your head and chest, your feet, your arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together, reach back through fingers and toes, and forward through the heart. All right, then release the feet. Take the arms forward, make a little pillow for your head, and then let your head come to rest on your crossed hands. Let everything relax for a moment. And then let the knees bend and the feet gently sway side to side. All right, release your feet to the floor. Press back up onto hands and knees. This time we'll take our knees close together, hands under shoulders, and then lift the left knee up and out to the side. Pause a moment to feel the whole leg engaged. So awareness of the foot, the ankle, the knee, the hip. And then start to rotate through the left hip. A couple times in one direction. And a couple times the opposite way. All right, so with your next inhale, reach your left foot back. Exhale, left knee into the chest. Again, inhale, left leg back. Exhale, knee into the chest. And one more inhale back. And exhale, knee into the chest. So as you take your left leg back this time, cross it over the right leg, drop the toes, and curve the spine to the right, peeking back at your left foot. Sensing all the way up the left side of the body. All right, bring the torso back to neutral. The knees back under the hips. Now we'll tuck our toes under, lifting the knees, coming up into downward facing dog. As you come up into downward facing dog, take a moment to bend the knees. Drop one heel toward the floor, bending the opposite knee a little bit more, and then switch back and forth. A couple of times, sensing into downward dog this morning. All right, take a deep breath in as you come forward into plank pose. Pause there as you exhale. Take another breath in. And exhale to downward dog. Now as you inhale, release to your knees. And as you exhale, sit back towards your feet. Briefly coming into child's pose for 3 rounds of breath. And then after your 3rd round of breath, rise back up onto hands and knees. Take the knees back together. This time lift the right knee up and out to the side. Pause a moment as you sense the entire leg from the foot to the ankle to the knee to the hip. And then start to rotate. A couple of times in one direction. And a couple of times the opposite way. All right, the next time you inhale, reach the right foot straight back. Exhale, right knee into the chest. Again, inhale, right foot back. Exhale, knee into the chest. And once more, inhale back. And exhale, knee into the chest. So as you take your right leg back this time, cross it over the left leg, drop the toes, and then curve the spine to the left, peeking back at the right foot. Just sensing all the way up the right side of the body. All right, now we'll bring the torso back to neutral. The knees back underneath the hips. And then one more time, we'll tuck our toes under. Lift the knees, coming back up into downward dog. All right, so with your inhale, come forward into plank pose. Pause there as you exhale. Take another breath in. And exhale to downward dog. Now from this downward dog, walk the hands and feet together. So you end up in your forward fold. You might grab a hold of opposite elbows. You might grab a hold of your ankles or let your hands rest on a block or the floor. But give the head and neck a moment to be heavy. You might shake out your head, yes and no. And then just begin to walk the hands up the fronts of the legs, rising up to stand. All right, so we'll go right into breath of joy. So stand with your feet a comfortable distance apart, where you feel steady and grounded. Have some softness, some buoyancy in your knees. Again, arms go forward, then out, then up. Exhale as you bend your knees and sweep your arms back. All right, we'll do this around 15 times. And let's begin. Last one. And then just pause, halfway folded forward. Relax any gripping if the toes were gripping. Letting the energy settle back down a bit. And then slowly, when ready, rise back up. Now we'll step wide on the mat. But this time, turn the right toes out toward the short edge of the mat. And turn the left toes just slightly in. So setting the feet up for warrior two. And then we'll take our arms over the legs. Gazing to the right, take a breath in. And exhale as you bend your right knee. Now pausing here, we'll just move the arms and torso. So as you inhale, lean back toward the left leg. Take the right arm up. Exhale, bring the right forearm to the right thigh, left arm toward the head. Now pause here. Take 3 breaths. All right, inhale, lift up, straighten the right leg. Exhale, release your arms. Then switch the feet. Turn the left toes out. Right toes slightly in. Arms over the legs. Gaze to the left. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend the left knee. Now pause here with the legs. Inhale, lean the torso and arms back toward the right. So left arm up. Exhale, left forearm to left thigh, right arm toward the head. All right, 3 breaths. All right, inhale, lift up, straighten the left leg. Exhale, release the arms. Now orient the legs for Goddess Warrior pose. Toes turn out, heels point in. Begin to bend the knees. Arms come out to the sides, bend the elbows. We'll practice Kapalabhati for just about a minute here. Exhaling out the nose as the belly contracts. Relax the belly as the breath flows back in. So landing into the feet, but take the attention to the belly. And let's begin. As you release control of the breath, begin to straighten the legs, parallel the feet, release the arms. And then we'll take one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. And a breath or two, sensing the energy that you're made of. And then we'll step near the back of the mat. Feet about hip distance apart. Find an inhale coming into chair pose. Pause here as you exhale and just release the arms down and back. Another inhale sweeps the arms up. Exhale, fold over the legs, walk out to downward dog. Inhale, rock forward into plank. Pause as you exhale here. Another in-breath. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale, release to the knees. Exhale, sit back towards your feet. Once again in child's pose, this time for 5 breaths. And then after your 5th breath, Slowly come on up into your seat once again. We'll do just about 1.5 minutes of alternate nostril breathing. Once again, finding an upright vertical position for the spine. Using your right hand, peace fingers in toward the palm, right thumb, right nostril as you inhale through the left side. Close it off, exhale through the right side. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. And just keep going at your own speed. And so after the next time you exhale through your left nostril, go ahead and release your hand down. Letting the body begin to breathe itself. Releasing any control of the breath to the speed or the volume. As you guide your attention back inside the body, back into noticing and feeling your present moment. And then we'll guide our palms together in front of the heart. As we bow to the light within ourselves, we also bow to the light within each other. Namaste.